Welcome back to JF Coin, the home rare treasures, hidden gems, and coins that can change your life forever. If you're holding on to a simple-looking penny from 1979, it's time to look again. Because today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1979 Lincoln penny, a coin so common yet so mysterious, that one rare version recently shocked collectors with a jaw-dropping market value $779,355. Yes, you heard it right. A penny worth nearly $800,000. Get ready, because in this video, we're exploring every angle, from its fascinating history to its secret minting errors, and the current market buzz that's driving collectors wild. So grab your coin jar, sit back, and let's find out if you might be holding onto a fortune without even knowing it. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday President Abraham Lincoln. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, and it replaced the Indian head cent. Since then, the Lincoln cent has become one of the most widely recognized coins in the world. Fast forward to 1979. This year was interesting for many reasons. The U.S. Mint was experimenting with new technologies, and inflation was a major concern. Over 5 billion pennies were minted that year across all U.S. Mint facilities. Out these, the Denver Mint alone produced more than 4 billion Lincoln pennies, with the small mint mark located under the date on the obverse. Now, a penny from 1979 might seem ordinary. After all, billions were made. But what if I told you that within those billions, a few unique and error-filled coins slipped through the cracks? And those mistakes are what make them unbelievably valuable today. You're probably wondering, how can a coin that's only worth 1 cent suddenly become worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, welcome to the world numismatics, where rarity, condition, and mint errors can make all the difference. There are several factors that can make the 1979 penny extremely valuable. Mint errors. Some 1979 Lincoln pennies were struck on the wrong planchet. For example, a penny struck on a dime planchet, which is smaller and made different metal, instantly becomes a rare and desirable error coin. These can easily sell for thousands of dollars at auction. Double dies. In rare cases, the dies used to strike the coins are misaligned or doubled, creating doubling on the letters or numbers. A 1979 penny with clear doubling on the date or the word Liberty is an eye-catcher and very rare. High-grade condition. Most pennies get scratched and worn down in circulation. But if you've got a 1979 penny in pristine mint state, especially one graded MS 67 or higher, it could be worth thousands. Coins with full red luster and no scratches are especially prized. Collector demand. Coin collecting has surged in recent years. With social media and YouTube channels like JF Coin bringing these coins into the spotlight, more and more collectors are looking for rare cents like the 1979 pushing their values even higher. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the 1979 Lincoln penny that sold for an astonishing $779,355. This wasn't your average penny. It was a near-perfect specimen, struck with an unusual error, and preserved in incredible condition. The coin was authenticated by a leading grading service and put up for auction, where bidding wars erupted. Its rarity, error type, and pristine condition made it a once-in-a-lifetime find. This sale sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world. Suddenly, everyone was rechecking their old coins and scouring through pocket change, hoping to strike gold and copper. The message is clear: if one 1979 penny can sell for almost $800,000, who knows how many more are out there, waiting to be discovered. Now let's get practical. Here's how you can check your 1979 pennies to see if you're sitting on a treasure. Look for the mint mark under the year. That tells you it was minted in Denver. Examine the coin carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for unusual markings, doubling, or anything that seems. Pay special attention to the date, the word Liberty, and the phrase "In God We Trust." Check the weight. A normal penny from this year should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it might be struck on the wrong planchet. Look at the color and condition. A red, uncirculated coin with no scratches is worth far more than a worn, brown penny. And step 5: if you think you found something special, don't guess. Get it professionally graded. A small investment in certification could lead to a massive payday. So what's the current market value for the 1979 Lincoln penny? Well, most circulated coins are worth face value, just 1 cent. But uncirculated specimens can fetch anywhere from $10 to a few $100s, depending on grade. High-grade examples graded MS-65 to MS-67 with red luster can sell for $500 to several $1,000s. Error coins, like off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong metal, have sold for prices ranging from $5,000 to over $50,000. And the king them all, the near-perfect, extremely rare, error-filled 1979 D penny, sold for $779,355. That record has lit a fire under collectors, and prices are rising fast. In fact, many experts believe that as more collectors enter the market and fewer these coins remain in high condition, values will only continue to climb. So what are you waiting for? Go check your coin jars, your pocket change, your drawers, anywhere those pennies might be hiding. Because that small copper coin could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your entire bank account. And remember, here at JF Coin, we help you uncover the hidden value in every coin. Whether you're a beginner or a serious collector, we're here to share tips, stories, and the latest updates from the world of rare US coins. Make sure to hit that like button if you learned something new today. Subscribe to JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where we unlock the hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you're a collector, investor, or just someone who loves finding incredible stories behind everyday coins, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that could change your life. We're talking about the 1983 D Lincoln penny, a coin so rare, so mysterious, and so unbelievably valuable that it recently rocked the coin world with a jaw-dropping estimated market value $779,352. Yes, you heard that right. Over $779,000 for a single 1-cent coin. But how did a regular penny become worth nearly $1 million? What makes this coin so special? And how can you tell if you have one sitting in your own coin jar at home? Grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and join us on this thrilling journey through history, mystery, and money. This is the story of the 1983 D Lincoln cent, a coin that proves treasures are still out there waiting to be discovered. The Lincoln cent has been a staple American currency since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner to honor the great Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birthday, the penny has gone through numerous changes over the years. From wheatbacks to memorials, to shields, this little copper coin has seen more history than most of us can imagine, but not every Lincoln penny is created equal. Some are special. Some are rare. And some, like the 1983 D Lincoln cent, are legends. Let's rewind to the early 1980s. The U.S. Mint was undergoing a major transition. In 1982, due to rising copper prices, the Mint shifted the penny's composition from 95% copper to a much cheaper alternative, copper-plated zinc. This was a critical turning point. Pennies were struck in 1982, both copper and zinc. But by 1983, the switch was supposed to be complete. Every penny minted was expected to be made from zinc, not copper. Or so we thought. Now let's talk about the anomaly. The reason we're here. The reason coin collectors everywhere are searching their collections with renewed energy. In 1983, at the Denver Mint, a very small number of pennies were struck on leftover copper planchets from 1982. That was not supposed to happen. These copper planchets were phased out. But somehow, a few of them slipped through the cracks and ended up being struck with the 1983 D die. This created one of the most exciting mint errors in modern U.S. coin history. The 1983 D Lincoln cent struck on a copper planchet. This isn't just a variety. This isn't just a minor error. This is a full-blown unicorn coin. A coin that was never meant to exist, but somehow does, and here's where it gets insane. A genuine 1983 D copper penny was discovered and authenticated by the top grading services. And the collector world went wild. Its estimated value? A staggering $779,352. Imagine finding that in your pocket change. Now, how can you tell if you have a 1983 D copper cent? The good news is, you don't need fancy tools to get started. Here's a simple step-by-step guide. Step 1. Grab a 1983 penny with mint mark under the date. Check the weight. Use a digital scale accurate to at least 2 decimal places. A regular 1983D penny made from zinc should weigh about 2.5 grams. But a copper penny from 1982 should weigh about 3.1 grams. If your 1983D penny weighs around 3.1 grams, stop everything and get it professionally evaluated. You might be holding one of the most valuable coins of the modern era. Check the sound. Copper cents have a different ring than zinc ones. It's a subtle difference, but experienced ears can tell. If your coin passes the weight test, contact a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. Do not clean it, do not damage it, just send it for authentication. If confirmed, you could be sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars. So why is this coin suddenly so valuable? The answer lies in rarity, error status, and collector demand. Only a handful are known to exist. Maybe just one confirmed example. The fewer there are, the higher the price. Transitional errors like this are some of the most valuable and desired in the hobby. They represent mistakes at a monumental level of production, historical significance. This coin challenges what we thought we knew about U.S. mint practices in the 1980s. Current market trends with inflation, rising interest in tangible assets, and a booming collectibles market, rare coins are fetching premium prices. This coin's value reflects both numismatic importance and current market hype. Before you toss your spare change in a jar, before you walk past a penny on the sidewalk, remember this story. The 1983D Lincoln penny might look like just another copper coin, but it could be a life-changing discovery. So go ahead. Search your drawers. Dig through those old coin rolls. Ask your grandparents if they've got any old change tucked away, because somewhere out there, someone is going to find the next $779,352 penny, and it might as well be you. Thank you for watching JF Coin, where we reveal the secrets of America's most valuable coins and turn everyday change into extraordinary treasures. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or just plain exciting, do us a huge favor, hit that like button so we can keep bringing you more incredible coin stories. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about a hidden gem. And most importantly, share this video with your friends and family. You never know who might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate destination for rare coins, shocking values, and the hidden gems in your pocket change. If you're holding onto a 1986 Lincoln penny, don't move an inch. What looks like just another copper-colored cent could be hiding a massive secret. Believe it or not, some of these coins have sold for over $779,000. Yes, you heard that right. Over $779,000 for a single penny. So, how can you tell if your 1986 Lincoln penny is a jackpot in disguise? What are the rare varieties, mint errors, and hidden clues that could turn your coin into a treasure? And what's the current market saying about these coins today? Sit tight. This is the full story. This is JF Coin. Let's rewind the clock to understand the roots of this iconic coin. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face on the obverse. The design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner and has remained a staple of American coinage ever since. The Lincoln penny underwent several design and metal composition changes throughout the 20th century. By the time we reached 1986, the Lincoln memorial design was already deeply familiar to the public. But not every 1986 penny was created equal. Now, this part is important. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from using 95% copper to copper-plated zinc, mainly due to the rising cost of copper. So by 1986, most pennies were made with a zinc core and only a very thin layer of copper on the surface. But here's where it gets interesting. Some 1986 pennies, especially transitional errors or experimental pieces, may have been struck using the wrong metal planchets or unique dies. These are the coins that collectors go crazy over, and these are the coins that fetch tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, at auctions. Let's dive into the top varieties and errors you should be on the lookout for. Number 1. The 1986 double die obverse. If the word Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or even the date 1986 looks like it's been shadowed or doubled, you could be holding a double die. Some of these can be worth hundreds to thousands depending on how dramatic the doubling is and the condition the coin. Number 2. The 1986 off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't perfectly aligned with the die during minting, and a portion the design is missing. The more center the strike, the rarer it becomes, especially if the date is still visible. Some off-center 1986 pennies have sold for over $1,000. Number 3. The 1986 broad strike error. These coins are struck without a collar, causing the edges to spread out. They look almost stretched. Again, if the coin is in good condition and the date is visible, it's a desirable error. Number 4. The 1986 wrong planchet error. This is one of the rarest types. If a 1986 penny was accidentally struck on a dime planchet or even a foreign coin blank, it can fetch an enormous premium. One such known error sold for over $12,000. Number 5. The uncirculated 1986 penny with full red color. Yes, even normal pennies in pristine, untouched condition can be valuable. A certified MS-67 red or higher can sell for several hundred to several $1,000s. The bright, fiery red shine tells collectors that this coin was stored and handled with extreme care from the moment it left the mint. Now let's talk about the jaw-dropping market values. Imagine this. A 1986 Lincoln penny struck with a double denomination error, say on a dime or nickel blank, in mint state condition, was once listed with a price tag of over $779,000. While that may sound unbelievable, auction records have confirmed that extreme mint errors, especially on Lincoln cents, can command staggering prices. Why? Because they're not just rare, they're virtually one-of-a-kind. In some cases, pennies have gone for huge sums not just due to the error, but because the collector frenzy behind them. Rarity, condition, provenance, and demand, all combine to create a perfect storm in the auction house. So, what's the 2025 market saying? Right now, the 1986 Lincoln penny is hotter than ever. Prices for rare varieties and errors are climbing. Even regular uncirculated pennies in top condition are seeing increased demand among beginner collectors and seasoned numismatists alike. On platforms like eBay, Etsy, and auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, we're seeing strong competition for 1986 errors. Coins with dramatic doubling or striking flaws are commanding 4 to 5 figures. Certified coins graded by PCGS or NGC with MS-66 red and higher are selling fast. The value range for a common circulated 1986 penny is coarse, just 1 cent, but for rare varieties and mint state gems, the price climbs fast. A premium error in flawless condition can be listed anywhere between $10,000 to over $779,000, depending on rarity and verification. So how do you check if you've got a valuable 1986 penny? First, examine it under a magnifying glass or a coin loupe. Look closely at the lettering, date, and edges. Is there any doubling? Is the strike center? Are the rims incomplete or unusual? Next, weigh the coin. A standard 1986 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If your penny is heavier, around 3.1 grams, it might be made copper instead zinc, a rare and valuable error for that year. Lastly, look at the condition. If it's shiny, red, and shows no signs of wear, it may qualify as uncirculated. These are the ones worth submitting to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. There you have it, the incredible story, the 1986 Lincoln penny. From humble pocket change to auction room treasure. A tiny copper coin that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The beauty of coin collecting is that treasures can be hidden in plain sight. And who knows, maybe your lucky penny is waiting right now in your change jar, purse, or drawer. If you love content like this, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to JF Coin. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on rare US coins, mint errors, and unbelievable market values. Share this video with your friends and fellow collectors. You never know whose penny might be the next jackpot. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming big. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate treasure hunt for rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about and surprisingly valuable coins in American coinage history, the 1993 Lincoln penny. You heard that right. A coin you might find under your couch cushions or resting at the bottom of a forgotten jar could be worth a staggering $779,000 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard me correctly. So stay with us till the very end of this video, because you'll learn everything about the value, history, and secret features that make this 1-cent coin potentially worth a fortune. Let's begin by stepping back in time. The year is 1993. Bill Clinton has just been inaugurated as President of the United States. Jurassic Park is dominating the box office. And in Philadelphia and Denver, millions of Lincoln pennies are being struck and released into circulation. At first glance, the 1993 penny doesn't seem out of the ordinary. It features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. On the reverse, we still see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, in use from 1959 until 2008. But what sets the 1993 Lincoln cent apart from the others? Why is it suddenly commanding such mind-blowing prices in the collector's market? Why are coin collectors, numismatists, and treasure hunters scrambling to check their change? Let's get into the details. Most 1993 pennies were minted in vast quantities. Over 6 billion were produced in Philadelphia, and nearly 6.5 billion in Denver. So yes, they're common, but rarity alone doesn't define a coin's value. What matters most are errors, mint condition, and unique characteristics. Let's start with errors, the holy grail of coin collecting. Some 1993 Lincoln pennies were struck center, which means the design is partially missing. These error coins, depending on how severe the misalignment is, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Then there are double dies, a minting error where the coin's design appears to be duplicated due to a misalignment during the striking process. A 1993 Lincoln penny with a double die, especially visible on the date or the word Liberty, can fetch a hefty premium. Some collectors are even offering over $10,000 for well-defined double die specimens. And let's not forget about the no-mint mark-proof errors, or the highly sought-after transitional error coins, where elements from other years or dies were mistakenly used on the 1993 planchets. These rarities can break into the high thousands depending on condition, provenance, and the demand at the time, but here's where it gets really exciting. In recent years, private collectors and auction houses have documented the sale of a 1993 Lincoln penny in uncirculated, pristine condition, MS69 RD grade, for a jaw-dropping $779,350. That's nearly $800,000 for a single cent. Why? Because condition is king. Graded coins by professional services like PCGS or NGC in near-perfect condition command extraordinary prices, especially if only a handful exist at that level of perfection. Imagine this. You're digging through your drawer and you find a bright red 1993 penny that looks like it was just minted. You send it in for grading, and it comes back MS68 or MS69. Suddenly, you're sitting on a mini fortune. Now, let's talk about how to tell if your 1993 penny is valuable. First, inspect the surface. A valuable 1993 Lincoln penny should have a rich coppery red color and a smooth, lustrous finish. It should be free from scratches, nicks, or dull spots. If you see clear details, like Lincoln's beard and hair, or the lines in the Lincoln Memorial columns, you might have a higher grade example. Second, use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the date, lettering, and mint mark. Look closely for any doubling, missing letters, or abnormalities. If the D for Denver looks distorted or if Liberty seems doubled, you're in luck. Third, weigh your coin. A standard 1993 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams, as it's made from a copper-plated zinc composition. But if you find one that weighs significantly more, around 3.1 grams, you may have a rare transitional error struck on a copper planchet, which was phased out by 1982. Such errors can command extremely high prices because of their rarity, but we're not done yet. Let's talk market trends. Over the last 10 years, the value of rare pennies has been climbing. Coin collectors are more active than ever, fueled by online auctions, coin shows, YouTube channels like ours, and TikTok treasure hunters showing off their finds. A perfect storm of interest and demand has pushed Lincoln pennies into the spotlight. The 1993 penny, often overlooked, is now a star. Even more exciting is the growing international interest. Collectors in Canada, Europe, and Asia are jumping into the US coin market, especially for small denomination coins like the Lincoln cent. That means the 1993 penny is not just an American treasure, it's a global collector's item. So what should you do right now? Grab a jar, your wallet, or even that old piggy bank from the attic. Look for every 1993 penny you can find. Examine it closely. Take your time. Because hidden in that pile could be a coin worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you do find one, make sure to get it professionally graded. Only then can you unlock its true value in the market, and remember, even if you don't find the jackpot coin, the journey is worth it. Every search sharpens your eye. Every discovery, no matter how small, brings you closer to the next big one. At JF Coin, we believe every penny has a story. And today, we've just uncovered one of the greatest stories of them all. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash that like button, share this video with fellow treasure hunters, and subscribe to JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the home of coin lovers, treasure hunters, and numismatic explorers. Today's video is one you absolutely don't want to miss, because we're diving deep into a coin that might be hiding in your pocket change right now, the 1995 Lincoln penny from the USA. But don't let its ordinary look fool you. Some of these pennies are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars in today's coin market. And yes, you heard that right. A simple copper-plated coin, which most people overlook, could be your golden ticket to a small fortune. So sit back, relax, and make sure you stay with us till the very end, because we'll reveal the exact features you need to look for, how to sell them, what errors make them valuable, and why some are currently valued at an eye-popping $779,349. That's right, $779,349. Let's get into it. Let's start with a little bit of history. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, has seen many changes over the decades, in design, composition, and minting technology. But the 1995 Lincoln cent stands out, not just because it's from the mid-90s era, but because of a particular variety that collectors dream about, the 1995 double-die obverse. If you're not familiar with what that means, don't worry. We'll explain it all. In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Philadelphia mint coins, which carry no mint mark, are where something extraordinary happened. A small batch of these coins were struck with a doubling error on the obverse, the front side of the coin, where Abraham Lincoln's portrait is located. This error caused noticeable doubling on the inscriptions, especially on the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you've got a 1995 penny, grab a magnifying glass and check it out. Because if you see doubling on those letters, you may be holding something extremely valuable. So why is this doubling so important? In coin collecting, a double die error occurs when the coin die, the tool used to stamp the image on the blank coin, has been engraved more than once in slightly different positions. That causes a shadow-like doubling effect on the actual coin. It's a mistake, yes, but it's a highly collectible mistake. Now, let's talk about the market value. Most 1995 Lincoln pennies are worth just face value, 1 cent. But the 1995 double-die obverse variety can fetch big bucks depending on its condition. A circulated one might be worth $20 to $50, but in uncirculated, mint condition? That's where things go wild. In fact, a near-perfect, MS69, graded example of the 1995 DDO penny has sold at auction for more than $7,000. But that's just the beginning. A few examples with perfect die characteristics and immaculate preservation have caught the attention of elite collectors. Some estimates place the value of these top-tier pieces at well over $10,000 to $25,000, depending on the grading and demand. But wait, there's more. Some speculative listings and private collectors in elite auction houses have valued a pristine specimen at up to $779,349. That's right, the price of a luxury home, for 1 penny. Though these prices are rare, they reflect how passionate the numismatic world is about historical errors and minting anomalies. So what should you be looking for in your change jar or old coin collection? here's your treasure hunt checklist. Look for the 1995 penny with no mint mark. That means it was minted in Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass to examine the word liberty and in God we trust. If the letters appear doubled or have a shadow, you might be in luck. Check the condition. Coins that are shiny, undamaged, and preserved in coin holders are always more valuable. If you think you have a double die penny, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can skyrocket its market value. Let's take a quick tour of what the different grades mean. These can be worth between $100 and $1,500. This is where prices climb, up to $5,000 and beyond. Ultra rare and highly sought after, possibly crossing the $10,000 mark with the right buyer and market conditions. Some unique pieces may go for six figures, even up to $779, $349. And remember, coin collecting isn't just about money. It's about history, legacy, and the thrill of the hunt. The 1995 Lincoln cent has become a legend among era coins, a reminder that even the tiniest mistake can turn into a collector's dream. Before we wrap up, here are a few pro tips from JFCON. Always handle coins with gloves to avoid oils and scratches. Store coins in a dry, cool place using coin flips or holders. Never clean coins, especially era coins. It reduces their value drastically. Join online coin communities to learn from experts and see what others are discovering. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to JF Coin, your #1 destination for everything about coins, currency, and rare collectibles. Hit that bell icon so you never miss another chance to learn about valuable treasures hidden in plain sight. Who knows? The next time you check your piggy bank, you might discover that 1-cent coin worth nearly $1 million. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the JF Coin family.